It's Thursday, and I'm on my way in and got Dottie in the car. Say hi, Dot. Yep, there you go. So anyway, got the pickup truck because we got some stuff to move from the shop to the house, and it's a nice morning. I think it's just a little under 70 degrees, or maybe about 65. I have to check. I don't know. Anyway, today's the day we put the last coat of clear coat on Roy's motorcycle tank and painted the bicycle last night. So when I clear coat the motorcycle tank, I'll clear coat the bicycle. And then I'm gonna have to do my other stuff. So this is a little bit challenging to shoot this video because the truck is a 5-speed. My buddy Timothy had this truck for a very long time. It's got 267,000 miles on it, still running, little Ford Ranger. And anyway, interesting story about this truck. He was driving down by John Wayne Airport, and he was at the intersection of Bristol and Campus, and somebody made a right-hand turn right into him. So it took out the door and it took out the corner of the cab, as far as took out, dented, crashed, and the bedside. So the insurance company totaled it on him, and he surrendered the truck to me, and I gave him his deductible, or what they wanted for the buyback. So I got the truck for $500, and I can live with a dent. Uh-oh, Dottie sees a friend. So anyway, I'm gonna fix it. I found the same truck in the junkyard and went up there with my tools and got the pieces that I need. So I'll show the repair on this thing. It's cab corner's going to be cut off of it and welded into the new piece and fitted, and it's going to either get a new bed or a new bedside. I haven't made up my mind yet. Maybe I'll even just straighten the damn bedside because it's not that terrible. But anyway, that's the plans for this truck this summer. And I've been driving it wrecked for almost half a year, 3/4 of a year, and it doesn't bother me. I know what's going on with it. I don't have pride goes before a car, that's for sure. So anyway, my fun times with the pickup truck. We're gonna make this thing hit 500,000 miles, and I have another wrecked pickup truck at the shop, which is the big brother of this thing. It's a F-150, and it's only got like 60,000 miles on it. It's all-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, automatic. And I was toying around with the idea, since it's wrecked pretty good, to take the V8, because this is a 6-cylinder, take the V8 big monster truck motor, it's not monster, but you know what I mean, in transmission and the axles, and dump it in this thing. See how that would be driving this around with a V8. Little Ford Ranger, make it into a baby Raptor. So, we'll see. Like, I got time to do all this stuff, but it's a thought. Anyway, almost to work, and I'm gonna wrap this one up right here. Shout out to my friend Sharon and Timothy and Mike and Steve, and well, wouldn't you know it, I finally am lost for words. I got to pay attention to what I'm doing, and at the same time think of the people I want to say hi to. Tracy, Nadine, hi Nadine, and Nadine's friend Lisa, hi Lisa, and then Austin, you've been blowing my phone up like crazy. That's great. I really appreciate the views, you guys. I really do. This homeless thing is always on the front of my mind, and I'm trying to do as much as I can to combat it. And Coffee Works has still got some more franchises to give away. So if you need a job, you want to own your own business, I will set you up for free, and show you at what level you could want to participate in Coffee Works. I did the registration and trademark and that sort of thing. And the damn app is expensive. So spending money on the app, and it's in development. Basically, everybody's telephone is, when they download from the App Store, is going to have a CoffeeWorks app, and those people smash the app, and magically a coffee shows up to them, just like if it were an Uber driver or a Lyft driver or DoorDash Ding or whatever those things are. So it would go to, when you smash the button for it, it would go to the closest person that's brewing coffee, and then they would bring you a cup of coffee or what your order was. So that's CoffeeWorks, all things coffee, right? If you wanted to own that business, you don't actually have to be the person percolating a cup of coffee. You don't have to be the person driving a cup of coffee. You can simply own the business, you know? So I was trying to explain on another video that not all business owners get down and dirty and up to their elbows. But if you want to be that guy or gal that gets knee deep in their work, that's fine too. I mean, the more money you don't spend is the more money you don't spend. Red light. They call me Red Light Randy because I'm always at a red light. So anyway, gives me time to think. The coffee business, it's big. You know what? And like I said in the other video, if you didn't catch that one, if you're someplace where there's not a lot of place to have coffee work done, you can have a remote location because it's an app, and you could be the forwarding entity of that app. Damn app's over $100,000, guys, over. And I want to make sure that it's got everything it's supposed to have, so that when they squeeze the button, it's your phone ringing to supply the coffee. And the other thing is that, like I said, you can set up a satellite. You don't have to be there. It's perfect. How would you like? You know what I used to do? I used to hang out in my swimming pool in Costa Mesa, floating around on the pool by 9-10 o'clock in the morning, because my day was already done and I had the rest of the day to myself, and all my bills were paid by the second or third day of the month. So I know that lifestyle, but I couldn't do that forever. You know, it was starting to turn into a slug, and wasn't good. And there's not a whole lot to do at 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning unless you're cutting lawns or you know, you're going to the gym, or you pretty much find yourself finding things to keep busy because you start going inactive. And at a young age, I did not want to stay inactive. And just having mental challenges during the day wasn't enough for me. I had to be physically active. So I chose to work, and I stayed at work. And as I stayed at work, I allowed the bills to get bigger. I amassed a hell of a lot of equipment and machinery and toolage. And you know, that stuff's spendy. When you buy a $200,000 frame machine, you buy a $200,000 frame machine. And you get a $60,000 spray booth, and you get a $10,000 toner bank, and you get spray guns that are setting you back $700 a piece, and you got 20 of them. But air compressors, you know, I had a couple of screwdriver air compressors for the shop that were well into the $200,000 range. But you just create your own demon. Everybody finds what they want, they get what they want. Next thing you know, they got to either start working for it harder to pay it off, or they worked really hard and got some deals and paid it off. But anyway, my point is this. You can own CoffeeWorks, and you could be kicking it in Hawaii while CoffeeWorks is working itself to death in Florida or Texas or Los Angeles or San Francisco or New York City or Denver. You know, you don't have to be stuck at home base. So I would say, if you really want it, it's randy@coffeeworks.com is my email. And I still have a few franchises to give up. So let me know. I want to stop homelessness. I'll give this stuff away after supporting CoffeeWorks to you guys, because it's a franchise. You can own the business for free. You'll have to buy your materials from me, and I'll make sure that, you know, it's a cheap cup of coffee and a good one. But I'm going to use the profits from that to support the homeless. And and give you guys income. You make your own. All the money's front loaded. You don't have to spend a dime. When the phone rings and says, "I want a cup of coffee," it's already paid for. You're not going to make a cup of coffee or a gallon of coffee or provide your coffee service, show up and nobody's home. It's prepaid. It's all front loaded stuff. This is a very good business. You can't pump gasoline unless it's paid for. You ain't pumping coffee unless it's paid for. There it is. And it's got a good return on investment. It's got a good shelf life. It's not perishable as quickly as you think. It can sit in the cabinet until you make it. You can refrigerate it after you make it. You can handle it for a very long time. You can keep it warm. You can. There's so many things to this. You can get yourself, if you're in a community where you're allowed to drive a golf cart, you can rig your whole golf cart up with your thermoses and go up and just pour them a fresh cup of coffee right out the back of your golf cart. And Dave, my buddy Dave, he'll gladly give me the golf carts to send to you that say Coffee Works on it. How bitchin' is that? You get a coffee business with a golf cart, and we put a couple of containers on there, and you fill up your brew, and you drive up to Maggie's house, and you dump her a pot of coffee, or you dump her a cup of coffee. It's macro. It's at a macro level, and it's a very good business model. So check me out. Got to go to work. I'll show you more later.